Yesterday's game just shows you why you play guys in preseason. So let's just go over it, man. Eagles win. They beat the Packers. You see the score. Okay. This was a sloppy performance by the offense. There was a lot of things that I scratched my head with. Nick Sirianni is once again trying to put his plays as a play caller. Jalen Hurts did not look good yesterday. Was flat out awful with some of his decision making. He did make some good plays here and there, but he looked uncomfortable. Did not look in rhythm. And you can also look at the offense. We had, 4 penalties? Lane Johnson, a penalty. Cam Jurgensen was under-snapping Jalen Hurts when he was hiking the football. The big factor was, again, the dynamic duo, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Saquon Barkley. When you get a running back like Saquon's talent, good things happen. Saquon Barkley had 3 touchdowns, a hat trick for what is good for a new player, right? Because, dude goes out and has 3 touchdowns. He looked so good yesterday. And if this is what we're going to get every man, sign me up. Your offense did not look like it was clicking. Especially when Jalen was throwing the ball. It looked like he was still trying to get out of the funk. And towards the end, you saw him starting to get going a little bit. And that was towards the end of the game. The field was terrible. I'm not going to make no lie about it. It was horrible. Both players on both sides of the ball, even both teams, were falling and tripping. You had a lot of players, when they made that cut, were tripping and slipping on the field. It was disgraceful for the NFL to play on that field, knowing that Roger Goodell cares about players' safety, supposedly. We should have played in Philadelphia, I'll say it again. But you go out and you get a W against a team that, was in the playoffs last year. They were, I think they were almost in it. Were they in it? No, they were in the divisional round. And they almost beat the 49ers. And you beat that team that was in the divisional round. I can't complain when it comes to our defense. Sorry about that. So yeah, you're this was a sloppy offense, and it goes back to Nick not playing guys in preseason. Your offense did not look like it was clicking. And there were some moments where you were driving down the field, and Nick Sirianni decides to put our quarterback in some horrible play formations. Not running with Saquon and trying to quarterback sneak it, then the ball gets undersnapped, is part of why you play guys in preseason. This joint practices that we have, it does not work. I'll keep saying it. Joint practice does not lead into real games. You're not hitting nobody, and players have said it. They're not hitting nobody. They're barely hitting guys, and that's why Jalen Hurts looked good the way he did, because he wasn't getting hit. I was begging for these players to play in preseason. Your defense was playing. That's why they were good yesterday. Because your defense, most of your starters were out on that field. Your offense wasn't. Not one player on offense was playing. Not A.J. Brown, not Devontae Smith, not Saquon Barkley. And that's why you look the way you did. We got to stop not playing guys in preseason. We got to stop that, man. Because if we played a team like the Chiefs, let's say it wasn't the Packers, do we win that game? I don't think so. No, I get it. The Ravens looked sloppy yesterday. I mean, not yesterday. 2 days ago on Thursday Night Football. The Chiefs look, good, towards the end. But, dude, that's why I'm not putting too much on it. I do think there was a lot of rust in this game. But I'm sorry, Nick Sirianni put us in bad situations. Calling it a timeout. Wasting a timeout in one of those downs to kick a field goal. Not going for it. When you had third down. I think it was third down and you were near it. I'm sorry, fourth down. And it was a 4 and 5, 4 and 5. I forget what it was. It was fourth down. You were close to a first down and you decide to punt the ball. Those are decisions that lost us the Super Bowl in 2022. Those are decisions that you lose football games. Not being aggressive and not going for it. I'm not saying go for it every time. But when you got a running back like Saquon Barkley who's gashing his defense, when you got a guy like Jalen Hurts, you try to make him comfortable as possible. And this just goes back to, is Nick Sirianni the guy that can lead us to a Super Bowl? Is he going to learn from his mistakes? I don't know if he can. He looked like Andy Reid Jr. calling plays. Passing all the time. Running your quarterback to the teeth of the defense. And then trying to do a quarterback sneak. A tush push. When you have Saquon in your backfield. And then using Kenny Gainwell in some of those plays, man. Again, when Kenny Gainwell's out there, that team does not click. And does not score. You're struggling and you decide to put Kenny Gainwell. And I get it, Saquon needs some rest, but they were trying to give Kenny Gainwell some snaps. And he had one good run. But it's like he wasn't doing that much. But he was out there for what? Protection? Like, it goes back to Nick Sirianni. Going back to the same plays that happened. Like, he has some of these plays from his playbook last year, trying to use it in this year. And it does not work. Running Jalen Hurts, everybody knows it's coming. You got to stop that. And I don't know if he's able to do that. That is something Nick got to do. Nick talks about details and he's in his press conference praising these players, which he should because they bailed his ass out yesterday. Shot to the defense. Zach Bond looked good. Your cornerback, your first year corner that you drafted with the high pick, Quinyon Mitchell, looked like a good corner yesterday. Your secondary was playing good. Your defense was playing good. Reed Blankenship had a good game. Got to give him credit for that. I was shitting on him obviously. Played good. He had a pick. A crucial pick. They were driving down the field. Jalen Hurts making 2 interception bonehead decisions. Can't do that. And I think he knows that. But that goes back to Russ, what I've been saying. I knew this offense, and I said in the Heinrich Champ podcast, I think the defense was going to come out ready to go. And I think it was the offense that was going to struggle. I said that.